Hello and welcome to Generation 16, the series that showcases the history of Sega's Mega Drive. I'm Greg Stewart. I've been covering games for 20 years now. I co-founded Gaming Age and was the reviews editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, and co-founder of the Player One podcast, one of the longest-running gaming podcasts around. Join me while I recap the history of Sega's 16-bit powerhouse game by game. On Generation 16, I focus on the interesting stories behind each title, big hardware launches by Sega and its competitors, and key news stories that shaped the console wars in the early 90s. Sega went from underdog to market leader and back again, and on Generation 16, we explore how. Hello, hey Jasper Team, and whoever else is watching. It's story night again tonight, and we're playing Shadowgate. Hey Giraffe. Pistachio Pete Scoop. Hey, we're playing Shadowgate, which of course we played previously, the Mac version, but now we're playing the NES version, which is my favorite. Raising money for Extra Life. We're at $2,935 raised so far this year. That has triggered, of course, the $2,000 stream, donor request stream, which will go this Saturday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern for 12 hours, playing 12 different games requested by Extra Life donors. So if you want to get on that list, please consider making a donation. And please come hang out that day and watch me play a bunch of different games. And maybe make some more donations, because we're only $65 away from triggering another 12-hour donor request stream. And as usual, of course, please subscribe, please follow, please share, please buy merch, please do all that fun stuff. And remember, if you want to make a donation, you can go to Seward.ca, or you can just click the donate panel at the bottom of this channel if you want to use Amazon Pay. Let's play Shadowgate for the NES by kemco-seika. I don't seem to have sound in here. Let me know if the sound is high enough for you all, but I've realized I put my headphones in the wrong slot. Hang on. There we go. Yeah, I wasn't, because I put him in the wrong line. Okay. The music in this game is fantastic. This is one of my favorite soundtracks. I need a soundtrack of this. Need some vinyl. Levels sound good? Good. All right, here we go. The last thing that you remember is standing before the wizard Lakmir as he waved his hands. Now you find yourself staring at an entryway, which lies at the edge of a forest. The druid's words ring in your ears. Within the castle's Shadowgate lies your quest. The dreaded warlock lord will use his black magic to raise the behemoth from the dark depths. The combination of his evil arts and the great titan's power will surely destroy us all. You are the last of the line of kings, the seed of prophecy that was foretold eons ago. Only you can stop forest fires, the evil one from darkening our world forever. Fare thee well. Gritting your teeth, you swear by your god's name that you will destroy the warlock lord. Alright. Love the music, love the graphics. As if by magic, the skull rises. And of course, having played this version over and over again and played the Mac version fairly recently, remember a lot of it. Key 1 is in hand. Let's open this bad boy. The door is open. Let's go in. It's the door leading into the castle Shadowgate. I do miss the maniacal laugh, though. That pitiful wizard Lakmir was a fool to send a buffoon like you to stop me. You will surely regret it, for the only thing here for you is a horrible death. The sound of the maniacal laughter echoes in your ears. Okay, we gotta keep up our supply of torches. Torches in hand. The torch is in hand. And I can't open that door on the right yet because it's locked. The door is locked. So is this one. So that was stupid. We're going to use... I'm going to use it on this door. Click. The key worked. It unlocked the door. The stone walls seem uncomfortably close as you walk down the stairs. I'm going to open that book. The book is opened and examined. A rectangular hole has been cut out of the inside of the book. I'm going to take that key, and that's the key for the previous room. Key 2 is in hand. Let's close the book so that stupid screen disappears. Torch is in hand. The torch is in hand. Now you'll notice this torch has its own line on my inventory, which makes it a special torch. Oh, Pistachio Pete, you got it showing up on Monday nights. We play them every Monday. Okay, we're going to move back. Stand in a long corridor. Huge stone archways line the entire hall. Going to use our second key. Oh, thanks, Gaijin. Use it on this closet. Click. The key worked. It unlocked the door. Oh. As you enter, you can see a sword and a sling inside. The sling was taken. The sword is in hand. As keys are wont to do. Just in case you're wondering, we stand in a long corridor. Huge stone archways line the entire hall. And now we're going to save. Alright, I'll stop singing. Stone passage winds to an unseen end. Stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. Alright. We're going to open all of them. Door's open. Oh, the door is open. The door is open. We're going to go through this one. And the music changes. There goes the shark. Doot, 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 doot. A shark swims by as if patrolling this calm pool. The door's open. Water cascades over a subterranean cliff into a cool, clean stream. I'm going to take... Stone is in hand. I'm going to take all the stones. I'm going to save here and see what happens if I try to go through that little crushed area. You can't take it. Well, that's because I still have take. The way is blocked by a landslide, and even with your might, you cannot clear yourself a path. But we can slide behind this waterfall. The walls in this room are much too close for comfort. For comfort, as they would say in Ridge Racer 5. The damp walls of this eerie cavern are rough and irregular. Let's break our hand on that rock. Hit the rock as hard as you can. The loose rock falls down as if hinged to the wall. Well, let's open that bad boy. The bag contains 3 large jewels, which we are going to take. Blue gem is in hand. The red gem is in hand. The white gem is in hand. Music in this game, though, so good. You're standing in a dark underground cavern. This subterranean cavern has been carved by centuries of supernatural erosion. This game's taught me how to read. The stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. You enter a cold room. The stench of flesh and decay pervades the small chamber. You begin to shiver. This room is really cold. The torch is in hand. The torch is in hand. Alright, we're going to use... We don't have any spells yet. The white gem. What do you want to do? To use this on? The gem fits perfectly in the hole. A small crystal sphere magically appears on the stand. Well, that's an important thing. The sphere is in hand. I'm going to save again. I'm going to open that door. The door is open. Oh, fear grips you as you enter this hot room. Right, there's a very specific way to do this. So we're going to take that shield. The shield is in hand. So cool. Hey, Joey, thank you. You raise your shield just in time to block the dragon flame. Alright, and now we're going to take that hammer. The hammer is in hand. How is the bath, Joey? Again, flame spews forth. You use the shield for protection. It's getting hot. You don't know how much longer you can stand it. I'm going to take this spear. Again, flame spews forth. You use the shield for protection. It's getting hot. You don't know how much longer you can stand it. I'm going to take the torch. Ooh, our torch is starting to die. Was the torch worth dying for? Again, flame spews forth. You use the shield for protection. It's getting hot. You don't know how much longer you can stand it. Alright, let's get out of here. The room stinks of rotten meat. It smells like my fridge. After the hurricane. No bath yet. Behind schedule. I guess so. Alright, let's get out of here. I'm going to read it anyway. The stones in these halls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. This subterranean cavern has been carved by centuries of supernatural erosion. What does supernatural erosion look like? Okay, we're going to use the sphere on the lake. You drop the sphere into the lake. and notice the ripples disappear as the water turns into ice. Now we can take that key. We're going to use the torch on the ice. Put the burning torch close to it. Oh, the torch melts away the ice over the sphere, allowing it to float to the surface. Not surprisingly, the lake quickly refreezes. Okay, and that's also telling me now, hey stupid, light another torch. Love that music. And that's something that the other game doesn't do, right? It doesn't tell you, hey, stupid, your torch is going out. You have to notice it, and it's always too late. Erosion caused by aliens. Yeah, the History Channel. Alright, let's get out of here. The stones in these walls were probably cut by the hands of enslaved mountain dwarves. The stone passage winds to an unseen end. Stone falls away to reveal a secret passage. It's a stone wall. Yes, it is. As soon as you enter the room, you see an arrow on the front wall. Well, we're taking that arrow, bro. The arrow's in hand. You can't do anything with these torch. You can't take these torches, but you can use the one on the left where the arrow was pointing. You move the torch. It's a hidden door. There's a spiral staircase leading down. Union Mountain Dwarves take forever to get anything done. I love it. I love it. Oh. You stand at the edge of a deep chasm. From the darkness below arise the screams of the undead. This cave is hewn roughly in the chasm's wall. What's this? A wraith is standing in your way, barring your path. Well, this is where we use our special torch. The torch burns with a strange white flame. With a shout, you throw the flaming torch at it. With a blinding flash, the white flame engulfs the undead apparition. When you open your eyes again, the wraith is gone. Doors open. This small stone chamber is lined on one side by two barred portals. I wonder if we look in them if anything happens to us. Sturdy bars seal this cage. Your nose detects the presence of a concealed animal. You can hear a faint scratching from within the dark depths behind the bars. Well, that looks like a door in the back wall. You feel the ground shake as the rock moves slowly aside to reveal a passageway. The cold water from the limestone drips on your neck, sending shivers down your spine. Okay, we're going to use the blue gem. Yeah, I may have looked some of this up earlier. Oh, let's try again. As soon as you place the blue gem in the hole, you hear the sound of grinding stone. The wall slowly rises to reveal a magical image of an old wizard. Yay! Listen, warrior. The Warlock Lord can only be defeated by thy courage and the Staff of Ages. Remember, 5 to find, 3 for the staff, 1 to be the key, and 1 to be thy pathway. Have thy wits about thee, warrior. Fare thee well. The wall slides back into place, hiding the image from your sight. A scroll appears. Well, let's open the scroll. Scroll 2 is open. You've read the scroll. The scroll reads, "As the shadow of the wind thou shalt be. Humana." You've learned 1 magic spell. As the spell was chanted, the scroll 2 quickly vanished. Alright, we out of here. You're inside a small room. We need to look at that sign. The sign reads Epor. Epor, Epor, Epor. You got it. It seems to be some sort of magic word. You've learned 1 magic spell. Let's take all this stuff. Scroll 1 is in hand. The bottle 1 is in hand. The bottle 2 is in hand. And let's get a torch. That's the ceiling. That's the wall. That's the torch. I am Epor, exactly. Alright, let's open that scroll. Scroll 1 is open. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. 5 to find, 3 are 1. 1 gives access, the bladed sun. The silver orb to banish below. The staff of ages to vanquish the foe. Joining 2, the golden blade, the last to invoke the platinum horn. It's too bad that last part doesn't rhyme. Alright, I'm going to speak a spell here. Speak a spell. As soon as we find our spells. There it is. The spell was chanted. Epor. There are many strange things in this world. When you said the magic spell, the rope moved. Having stretched up to the hole, the rope stops moving. I think it's time to save again. Alright. This room is full of mirrors. This room full of mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair. Let's take a torch. Take another torch. And take a broom for the ride home. And now we leave. This long, cold hallway is lined on either side by half a dozen coffins. The lid of the coffin is open. A mummy stands silently before you. The mummy bursts into flames, leaving behind a scepter among the ashes. Hey, Mathman. The scepter is in hand. Alright. I do have a walkthrough sitting here just because I don't remember the order everything goes in, and I remember the last time I didn't use a walkthrough in this game, I got stuck because of that stupid troll, so I want to make sure I get everything done. So I'm just glancing at it. I remember most of it, but I don't remember all of it. Bellowing like some Norse god, you smash the hammer into the mirror. You shatter the mirror, revealing an iron door. I finished this when I was a kid, but I think I used Nintendo Power to figure it out. Click. The key worked. Unlock the door. Okay, so I'm going to... I have to use the cloak on myself, huh? Hey, Jessica. Thanks for the sub. 15 months. I need some new icons. You try on the cloak and find it very unbecoming. It barely fits over your armor. Yeah, suck it up, Buttercup. This room is incredibly hot. This must be what the lower levels of Gehenna are like. Well, we got our cold sphere. Super Puyo Puyo too. Give me a break. You hurl the sphere into the fire below you. The hell-spawned flames quickly vanish as soon as the sphere touches them. And here we are. This is where we got stuck last time. A sharp, cold wind whips up over the ledge of the deep, dark chasm. As you step on the bridge, a troll appears and says, "This bridge is mine. It'll cost you a gold coin to cross." Don't think so. I just can't play Puyo Puyo, Jasperine. I'm so terrible at it. I just get frustrated with it. The troll falls silently into the dark cavern. You listen, but you do not hear him crash. That can't be a good sign, right? Seduce Chasm. Yikes. The moon casts a brilliant shadow over the grounds of the courtyard. Alright, so we need to use a sling first, right? As soon as we find the sling. There it is. You've put the small stone in the sling. So now we have to use that sling on the Cyclops. Because what else are they made for, really? As soon as you start twirling the sling, a magical influence takes over your body. You cry out, "Death to the Philistine!" and release the stone. Bullseye. And of course, now we have to finish the job. Yeah, Joey, that's pretty much the way I am with Dr. Robotnik. I can get to the second opponent and then I'm done. You drive the sword deep into the Cyclops. Blood pours out of the wound and onto the grass. The crank turns rather easily. At the end of the rope, there's a small bucket. Oh, time to use another torch. I love that they do that. I know, right, Pete? The bucket is open, and we're going to take that gauntlet. The gauntlet is in hand. We're going to open that door. It's a long, drafty hallway with one flight of stairs and several open passages. Alright, there are several passages. Oh, this music. You stand in a small library. I don't know who composed this music, but they're awesome. Alright, we're gonna take the map. We're gonna take the skull. And open the drawer. We're gonna take all this stuff. I think, right? Let me see here. Scroll 3, scroll 4. Yeah. Let's take them all. The glasses is in his hand, bro. And now we're going to close the desk. We're going to read those 2 scrolls. Scroll 4 is open. Mathman, I don't remember if there are or not, but I definitely like this list better than moving around those stupid little icons in the Mac game. You've read the scroll. To move the sun from far to near, light is what the darkness fears. Instantum illumina. You've learned one magic spell. As the spell was chanted, the scroll 4 quickly vanished. Yeah, Stunt Race FX was never good. Let's open scroll 3. Your hands begin to sweat because of your extreme excitement. Lands under the heavens, the key to the world. Terra Tarak. You've learned one magic spell. As the spell was chanted, the scroll 3 quickly vanished. And now, of course, we have to use our last gem. In the gem hole. The bookcase slowly slides away, revealing a hidden passage. Well, we should go in. This room is dominated by a large fireplace set in a red brick wall. Why would you hide a fireplace behind a bookshelf? I mean, it's a cozy spot. It is super slow, Mathman. It's in an extremely low frame rate. Okay, so I'm gonna take the bellows. Or we need these for the riddle later. And we're going to speak a Tarak spell. Tarak. A large crack appears around the equator of the globe. Now we can open the globe. The globe is open. And it's not telling me to take bottle 6, or bottle 5, but I am taking key 6. And now I'm going to save, because I haven't done that in a while. I think that's all we're doing here. Let's look out the window. Through this portal, you can see the moon hovering over the darkened mountains. I don't think so, Math Man. I think you can say it as many times as you want. There's no such thing as MP or HP here. The bookcase in front of you is full of books. Math checks out. It's a long, drafty hallway with one flight of stairs and several open passages. It smells like a kennel in here, and there are no windows through which to circulate fresh air. Alright. The hearse shoe is in hand. Clearly, hearse shoe was as much as they could fit on that line. The bottle 2 is in hand. The bottle 4 is in hand. The nail polish. The test tube is in hand. The bottle 2 is in hand. Bottle 3 is in hand. And look at this. This stone looks kind of weird, doesn't it? So we're going to use that. Stone rises slowly out of the floor. A shining vial is inside it. The water is in hand. The stone descends back into place. That's too bad that wasn't animated a little nicer. You stand in a small garden. The only sound is of falling water in the night. You place the gauntlet on your hand. It feels like it was made just for you. Apparently I need to do that to take the flute. By using the silver gauntlet, you remove the flute easily. The sound of the water splashing is music to your ears. I'm going to use the flute. It's so bad. The sound of the flute is very pretty, indeed. It seems like you wake from a dream only to find a hole in the tree. Is it real? The flute's music is like magic. Tree hole. The ring is in hand. You're in a small, stuffy laboratory. It's a long, drafty hallway with one flight of stairs and several open passages. That was a bit of a tell there, right? Did you notice that when we came into the room, the rug was burnt? You were awed by the majestic beauty of this immense banquet hall. Well, let's set fire to that rug and see if we can end the game just like that. What was that game called? The rug quickly catches on fire and burns away. A key can be seen underneath. Haunted Manor? Okay, we got key 4. We're also going to take that mirror so we can look at ourselves. Mystery house, that's it. Haunted Manor, what was that? Alright. Use the key 4 that we just got. I can't seem to find a keyhole. Let's try that again. Use key 4. Can we open that door? Door's locked. Look at the door. It's a finely crafted wooden door. That's funny. This is totally telling me to use the key in this door. That was weird. Not sure why. Okay. Then we need to use key 5. That was weird, right? We want to use key 5 in the upper right door. Oh, alright. Now we want to use a torch on another torch. This music it works on me the same way that Sonic's Drowning music works. I'm just like immediately, oh god, I gotta do this right now, right now, right now. Oh, it said torch 90 there for a second. Did you notice that? Seduce torch on torch action. We need to remember those markings. No, that's didn't use a Game Genie. It must just be an issue with the text because the 0 from the 10 is still there. Oh, it didn't clear off. Okay, so that is it 3 up, 1 down, 2 down, and the middle down. We will remember that, won't we? It appears to be a sphinx. It looks at you indifferently. Looks at me with a creepy face. Alright, well, let's go past him. As you moved, the Sphinx spoke. Who are you? No one may pass without my permission. To pass, you must answer a riddle. What is your quest? What is your favorite color? Long neck, no hands, 100 legs, cannot stand, born of forest nest, against a wall I rest. That would be the broom. Dost thou know? Bring me the answer to my riddle, and I shall let thee pass. So let's see, do I use? Yeah, use the broom. Hey, Tigor. You have correctly answered my riddle, warrior. Thou may now pass. Thanks, Sphinx. A telescope is beside the window. A star map is on the wall. This must be an observatory. How observant. Alright, so we're going to take the star, which does not look like something you can take, and we're going to open the map. What's that? Whatever it is, we're taking it. Uninvited, I believe we're doing next week. actually, Tigor. The rod is in hand. Right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, that's just a peach-colored dress. You are so captivated by the woman's beauty that you momentarily forget her predicament. Yes, in the moonlight, she is even more beautiful. And that's why we're going to kill her. Your aim is true as you plunge the silver arrow into the beautiful woman. The beautiful lady suddenly transforms into a wolf. That's how she goes. I think the last time I played this, I forgot to take the blade, didn't I? The blade is in hand. The Kojima part of the game. Yeah, no kidding. It's an observatory. The Sphinx rests quietly in the room. It's a large banquet hall. They're not even trying with the descriptions at this point. Sniper Wolf. Although the evening air is cool, this small circular room radiates a fervent heat. Cool. A large fireball suddenly appears in the room and causes you to shield your eyes. When you open them, you notice that the fire has changed into something far more menacing. Is it Fluffy? Should play some music for him. Okay, so we want to use the water. The holy water has sent the hellhound back to the place where it spawned. They should just put back from whence it came. The flame died out. The room is quiet, as though nothing had happened. That's how I like to leave things. The horn is in hand. Whoa. As you stand on the turret, an eerie blue dragon appears in the clear, starry sky. Exactly, Math Man, but it's Nintendo, right? The star becomes a flash of light as you launch it. Crash. It strikes the wyvern and it explodes into 1,000,000 pieces. Alright. How would you ever figure out to do that? Either way, we got the talisman. You're in a room with 2 braziers. Braziers. I get it. I know. My mind just went to brazier. It's been a long week. It's a large banquet hall. You've entered a small corridor. 2 arched doorways wait patiently for you. Let's take some torches. We haven't taken any torches in a while. Damn. From this windy ledge, you can get an idea of the size and strength of the castle. This is oddly upbeat music. Alright, we're going to use the rod in that hole. Steady, Jessica. Suddenly, the sky seems to be on fire as a bolt of pure lightning strikes the rod. You are startled to see a skeletal hand rise from the hole that is formed at your feet. Interesting that it's not there yet. Alright. The wand is in hand. As you take the wand from the skeletal hand, it begins to descend. The hole then closes up as if it had never been. Lightning lights up the countryside as you stand on a lookout point. So I don't think I want to take that, right? It's a pot of gold. The leprechaun must have skipped town. Haha. Yeah, I think if you touch that, you die. This music, though, it's very excited. Alright, let's see. It's telling me now to go all the way to the Hall of Mirrors. It's a balcony. It's a passageway. Oh, with 2 arches. It's a large banquet hall. I mean, they're not even trying anymore. It's a long, drafty hallway with 1 flight of stairs and several open passages. The castle Shadowgate looms before you. A sharp, cold wind whips up over the ledge of the deep, dark chasm. It's so hot you begin to sweat profusely. This room full of mirrors reminds you of the elven funhouse at King Otto's fair. You're inside a small room. A stone archway opens into a small chamber. This room is very cold. There are 2 bridges that span the chasm. It really looks like that should be a door. I guess that's the door we came through. Alright. So I need to use a bottle 2. You drink the liquid and immediately begin to rise in the air. A giant snake confronts you in this small cave. Let's see, we're going to use... The snake begins to shake and shudder. Is it just your eyes or is it shrinking? The serpentine statue begins to change. It grows smaller and smaller. It dematerializes and forms anew as a staff of tremendous beauty. You know what? Oh, don't. No, I'm not quitting now. I'll bet you there isn't a limit to the inventory because you'll notice there's no way to drop anything. Which is why, remember in the Mac version, you had to drop everything before you went across that bridge. And in this game, you couldn't do that. You just drink that potion. Oh, actually, no, leave. That must be a way to drop it. You're right. Or, you're right. I don't know who said it, who was about to say it, but there is a leave button. I don't know what that means. Alright, we took the staff. Alright. Suddenly, you feel heavier than you did only a moment ago. A stone archway opens into a small chamber. This room is very cold. You're inside a small, empty room. This room full of mirrors reminds you of the Elven Funhouse at King Otto's Fair, after it was vandalized. It's so hot. You begin to sweat profusely. A sharp, cold wind whips up over the ledge of the deep, dark chasm. Oh, the troll's armed now. The troll says you must pay a toll of 1 gold coin. But we're not doing that. Spell was chanted. Humana. As soon as the magic is invoked, you lose sight of yourself. You're as invisible as the wind. Nice. The castle Shadowgate looms before me. Alright, speaking of wasting time. It's a long, drafty hallway, with 1 flight of stairs and several open passages. It's a large banquet hall. Let's go through the door we didn't go through before. Oh, we did go through this door. It's a passageway with 2 arches, but we didn't go through this door. One that I keep missing. Dun, 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 dun. You're in a small throne room. A skeleton wearing a gold crown sits on a throne in front of you. We're going to use... Do I have a scepter? Yes. As soon as you give the scepter to the skeleton, the seal on the pillar lowers. You can now see a ring-shaped hole. I wonder what goes in there. The ring fits perfectly. The throne magically rises, revealing a secret passageway. Dun, dun. This hallway is made of large granite slabs. Well, let's take some torches. We haven't done that in a while. On the opposite wall are a pair of stone beasts guarding a dark archway. Well, let's go through this door. Sulfurous fumes rise from the hot molten lava some 30 feet below you. Swimming would not be wise. When did we learn the Motari spell? Did I miss something? I'm lost. Nope, I'm not sure where this is. Why wouldn't there be lava in the castle? No kidding, right? Okay. Oh, wow, I skipped a whole section. Yep, I did miss something from the library. Time to go back. It's a stone passageway. It's the royal throne room. It's a passageway with 2 arches. It's a large banquet hall. It's a long, drafty hallway with 1 flight of stairs and several open passages. I forgot to actually read the book. The bookcase in front of you is full of books. Alright, we're going to use the glasses on self. You try the glasses on, and they fit perfectly. You can see very well. Now, the book is open. Wow, with these glasses, you can understand and read what you could not before. The light grows faint, the path winds round. Where life is lost, wisdom is found. The seed of the dream for the evil is free. Where the sword is hung, he must place the key. A bridge to from, amidst burning death, a demon to guard. Motari riseth. You've learned 1 magic spell. As the spell was chanted, the book quickly vanished. And that's what I missed. All right. It's a large banquet hall. It's a passageway with 2 arches. It's the royal throne room. The extra space before the word royal is bothering me in that scene. It's a stone passageway. You're in a dark and gloomy cavern. Sulfurous fumes rise from the hot molten lava some 30 feet below you. Swimming would not be wise. Spell was chanted. Motari. The statue lowers and a large platform rises out of the lava. You now have a way across. Stalagmites surround this room like the cavernous jaws of a huge beast. Some good text in here. Right, we're going to save here. So it was far right, and then the right two, and then the middle one down, right? The right handle was lowered. The middle handle was lowered. The right handle was raised. There we go. I remembered it. Yay for me. Scree! The cylinder lifts with a shuddering sound. You're momentarily dazzled as the darkness is lit by a blinding flash. The silver orb is revealed. The orb is in hand. As soon as you remove the orb, the cylinder closes. Hopefully you got your hands out in time. This room is filled with lava. You're in a dark and gloomy cavern. That's a hint. The spell was chanted. Illumina. Suddenly, the cavern is so bright that you have to shade your eyes. It takes you a few moments to regain your senses from the Nova Burst. It seems the gargoyles were also affected and haven't yet recovered from the spell. The room seems to be made solely for the purpose of housing the well. The cover of the well is open. We're going to use the big coin. As soon as you throw the coin into the well, a huge wind erupts from within it. It reminds you of the small dust devils you see in the autumn months. The swirling winds carry you down the deep well and set you gently into the cavern below. I don't think there's any going back at this point. You stand above a beach looking down upon a river. No, I guess there is. Our torch is about to run out again. Hammer? Oh, no, the mallet is right there. Duh. It's hanging next to the gong. After the gong sounds, a specter materializes right before your eyes. The ghostly ferryman doesn't look... Yeah, it's too cheerful, isn't it? Doesn't look friendly. You hear a faint voice ask for a fare. Alright, before that, I'm going to light another torch, just so I don't have to worry about it later. Because we've got some. And now we're going to use a coin on this ferryman. The ferryman takes the coin and gestures you to board quickly. Move. It's Castle Grayskull. You climb aboard the tiny raft and soon reach the opposite bank. A stone skull stands against the far wall, screaming silently. For some reason, you get the feeling you're standing on sacred ground. Dr. Wily's hideout. Yes, very much so. I always go the wrong way on this thing. The artifact, known as the Bladed Sun, is now secured and in place. The sound of the horn echoes loudly in your ears. Suddenly, you hear the sound of grinding rock. The jaw of the skull begins to descend. Hot wind erupts from the mouth, creating the illusion that the stone skull is alive. The cavern that you have entered is by far the largest your eyes have ever gazed upon. Man, that thing is drooling. From the depths rises the most powerful creature that has ever existed, the behemoth. Your stomach knots up as you stare at this new horror. The beast is indeed incredible. You wonder, for a moment, how you can defeat such a creature as this. I get an idea. Use it on the staff. Suddenly, lightning begins to flash in the room. Then, the golden spike slides smoothly onto the staff and locks into place. Light cascades through the room as the staff becomes a living entity. You pray, as you raise the Staff of Ages, that it has the power that the prophets claimed. The staff pulsates with power, and a beam of light explodes from it, striking the behemoth. That's pretty cool looking. Oh, it took him with him, look. Bye. The creature screams in agony, thrashing back and forth in great pain. In his rage, he grabs the Warlock Lord and descends into the depths forever. You can hear the Warlock Lord's screams fade into silence. Suddenly, it is very quiet, except for the kick-ass soundtrack. A beautiful light seems to fill the cavern. The morning sun, you say to yourself. It is over. Although exhausted, you lean on the Staff of Ages and begin your long journey home. Word of your historic quest has already reached the farthest parts of the land. You are triumphantly greeted as you enter the gates of the royal city of Stormhaven. Moments later, you are ushered into the royal palace, where you are greeted by the king. I know what thou hast done, brave one. The world would be dark forever without thee. Man, the queen barely gets a spot up there on that pedestal, does she? I think we're done, because I can't press any buttons to make... Oh! You are bestowed a kingdom to rule in the king's fair daughter's hand. Oh, that's his daughter. As you leave the throne room, you know that although this quest is over, others await. You sit before the Burger King himself. After all, the bards will need new legends to sing of and new tales to tell. The first stories end. Those guards have long legs. The Sneak King. I have to play that sometime on here. And that truly is it, because the torches have stopped and everything. So there you go. That was the NES version of Shadowgate. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, I've always loved it because I like the graphics a little bit more and I love the music. Thank you so much for your support tonight. Thanks for the subs and the donations. Thank you for all of it. So this means there probably is a second story. Remember, there's Shadowgate 64 and Beyond Shadowgate, which was on the Turbo. And then, of course, there's the new Shadowgate we'll get to eventually. The one that came out a few years ago. So that's a remake, though. Anyway, there is, Beyond Shadowgate and Shadowgate 64. I don't think either of them play like this game, though. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Just really big platform boots. And, so tomorrow night, what's on tomorrow night? Is it Dragon Force again? I think it's Dragon Force again tomorrow night. Yeah. So tomorrow night's Dragon Force. And then Blade Runner on Thursday nights. So, please come back for those. I hope you had a great evening. Hope you enjoyed this. And, of course, next week I think we move on to Uninvited, also for the NES. So, hey, have a great night, and hope to see you tomorrow night. Good evening.